Hi, my fellow Librans. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer, angel therapy practitioner, Reiki master, and empowerment coach. And I'm here today to talk about your horoscope for January 2023. These videos are based on whole sign Western astrology. So we're talking about Libra rising, moon, sun, and stelliums. If you have a stellium, which I define as 3 or more personal planets in one sign or house, this is an important influence on your natal chart. And you should look at that video as well, because it reflects a strong intention that your soul had for an experience during this lifetime and an area where you would like to evolve. So let's start, Libra, with the beginning of the month. We have seen on December 20th, 2022, Jupiter will re-enter Aries. This is your 7th house of partnerships. It will stay in Aries until May 15th, 2023, giving you an opportunity to really expand and to feel a sense of faith, joy, a sense of good luck in relationships, and not just your marriage relationships, but also personal, professional relationships where we have agreed by contract to work together. And having Libra rising, having Aries be your 7th house of partnerships, there's an opportunity for your own passions, your own expression, your own desires to be supported within your partnerships. And this is something that you get to foster moving forward. I think this is also an opportunity for those of you that may be single to meet somebody, a potential love interest, a potential husband or wife. There is, in ancient times, Jupiter represented the husband. So we look at Jupiter in some ways as a partnership planet. And here I also believe that there is an opportunity to have a new sense of faith about moving forward in a way that supports both your partnerships and your individuality. When I say that, I want to, Libra by nature, especially Libra rising and Libra moon, they will be very focused on the partner, wanting to make the partner happy, wanting to create harmony and peace and a wonderful home environment. And while all of that is a noble endeavor, oftentimes it's to the detriment of the Libra. There's a lessening, a subordinate position that they themselves can put themselves in by wanting to make the experience for their partner so wonderful and loving. Now I feel like we're seeing you putting yourself in the mix here. We have Mars has been retrograde in Gemini, which is your 9th house, and will move forward on the 12th of January. It will stay in Gemini until March. This is giving you an opportunity to really think about how you perceive things, how your mind processes your value, how it processes your relationships, your community, your neighborhood. This would be where you see your teammates, your workmates, your emails, your communications, all in a house of great expansion. The 9th house is naturally ruled by Jupiter. So I think what you're going to have been doing is being brave in assessing how you want things to be and how you want to be viewed and what your beliefs are. We also have Mercury retrograde. Mercury will go retrograde at the end of December, December 29th, and it will stay retrograde until the 18th of January in your 4th house, which is the house of home, Capricorn. This to me is offering you an opportunity to review your family experience and now to sort of go into this energy of, well, this was how I was raised, but this is who I am now. And am I going to continue to purport the definitions that others might have given me, my family imprint, or am I going to allow myself to redefine myself, to rebuild the structures of my life? Pluto has been going through Capricorn since 2008. So there's been a revamping of your family dynamic, a rebirthing of it in many ways. And I think this is an opportunity for Libra to look at this from a more, and I don't mean this in a selfish way, although it may sound it, but what about me? You know, where am I in the mix of this? How do I feel supported by others? How do I feel supported by my family? I think this is super important. And I think it will offer you a little bit of liberation from your imprint or your family story or your family history. On the 2nd or the 3rd of January, depending where you are in the world, Venus is going to move into Aquarius, your 5th house of romance and children and fun and entertainment and self-expression. Now, Saturn has been traversing through Aquarius for quite some time, so you may be feeling this repressed feeling, this sort of maybe even a little bit of a melancholy about not being able to express yourself or not being able to move the story forward. I think that now is a good time to give birth to new things. Aquarius is very liberating. It's a bit rebellious. It's very futuristic. It thinks ahead of the game. It's genius. So I think this is a real opportunity for Libra rising, moon, sun, and stelliums to experience Venus and Aquarius in a very liberating way, to birth yourself out into the Aquarian energy, which is the World Wide Web. It's large groups of people. It represents cosmic consciousness. It represents humanity and big picture ideas. So your personal expression being birthed into a bigger platform could very much bring bounty as Jupiter is transiting your 7th house of not just personal partnerships, but professional partnerships. We have on the 6th a full moon in Cancer. That is in the 10th house for you. That full moon I will be doing a separate video on, but this is the house of public status. This is the house that is so visible to the outside world. And with a full moon here, I think what we're going to see is a revelation of some kind. It feels as if this is really coming into the intuitive body for Libra, the nurturing body for Libra. How am I nurturing myself? You know, oftentimes, historically, we talk about the mother eating a lukewarm meal because she's prepared all the hot meals for the people she loves, and she sits down last to eat. I think this might be an opportunity for Libra to make sure they're part of the group. They don't have to sit down first, but they don't have to sit down last either. So I think that this full moon, Cancer representing the mother energy, representing the family dynamic, representing the homeland, is going to represent the culmination of a cycle that has been probably more been cerebral for you than it has been experiential these days. It feels like an old imprint has an opportunity to be renovated, released, rewritten. And that's what this full moon will bring in for you. On the 21st of January, we will be having a new moon in Aquarius. The new moon is always where the moon and the sun come together to plant the seeds in the darkest phase of the moon for harvest at a later time. There is a sense of faith when we plant those seeds in the darkness because we cannot see what's going to happen. We got to trust at a deeper level. This is the 3rd 1-degree new moon in a row. We had a 1-degree Sagittarian new moon, a 1-degree Capricorn new moon in 2022. Then the year starts with the Aquarius new moon at 1 degree. We'll have a Piscean new moon at 1 degree, and then we'll have an Aries new moon at 0 degrees. For me, all these ones are stacking up in this Aries energy, the 1st degree representing Aries, and being brave and pioneering about what I want to be and birth for myself, for the rest of the world to observe about me. So giving yourself this period of time to really renovate yourself and to think, what do I want to do? How do I want to liberate myself? How do I want to express myself? Where do I want my hopes and my dreams to be fostered and nurtured and supported and fed? Because I think that's what this this is really, I think this is key to Libra feeling that sense of harmony and peace and self-assuredness. I think sometimes when the houses or the signs are partnership oriented, there is a sense of weird vulnerability in the me of it. And I think this is where we get a little bit stronger in feeling the me creates a really tight and glorious we. Finally, we end the month on the 27th with Venus entering Pisces, her very favorite place to be. And this is in your 6th house of health, of service to others. And I'm going to kind of focus on the service to others because when Venus is in Pisces, she's brought a good bottle of wine. There's a poo-poo platter. There's good music on. We want to talk about poetry, and we want to dream and imagine the world in its most beautiful place and its most beautiful vibration. And I believe that with Jupiter's entry into Aries and what you have garnished from the Mars and Mercury retrograde, I'm sorry about that. I think that this Venus energy is really going to give you the voice to move your story forward, the inner voice, the inner dialogue that says, I can do this. I have spent a lot of time and energy in this life defining myself in relation to others. And now I want to birth that part of me into the world so that I can bring bounty to many. I believe this is what the real Aquarian age is about, is this sense of individuality that invites the collective to express themselves in a way that actually serves the bigger picture. It's like, wow, that guy struggled and yet he tried anyway and he succeeded. Or that gal, she wanted this and she didn't think that was going to happen, but she persevered through it. She pioneered past that difficult spot and experienced her glory. So I feel like this is what's happening for Libra. So stay the course, allow yourself the privilege of this period of time of reflection, as the beginning of the year is still stuttered, still feels a little sluggish before we get a real moving forward. And then once Mars moves forward in Gemini, Gemini is a quick moving sign. Mars is very quick moving, and it's going to speed things up. And we're going to start to see, for some people, I believe we'll start to see what appears to be magic, but that magic will just be a result of a very strong focus and an awareness to stay focused, even if there's a wobble. And within the wobble, it isn't about trying to avoid the wobble. It's like identifying the wobble. I'm nervous, I'm not sure, I'm unsure. And then I go back and say, well, I'm unsure, but I'm still going to move forward. I'm still going to stay the course. And if I can't take an actual physical action, I can take an emotional action by aligning to what brings me peace, what brings me joy, what brings me a sense of harmony and connectedness. That's what I have to say for my Libras. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. I would invite you to subscribe, to hit the like button, to share these videos, to hit the notification bell. And I would like you to join me. I do a live broadcast every Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time, where we look at the week's transits coming ahead, and then we do readings and get the angels' advice for traversing those transits. The last broadcast for 2022 will be on December 18th, and then we're going to take the next 2 weeks off as they fall on Christmas and New Year Day. And then we'll start back up in January, on January 8th, 2023. So be sure to hit the notification bell. There'll be lots of content coming out in the meantime. While I will not be doing the live, I will be recording them, so you'll still get your weekly angel scopes. And that's it for me. So Libra, have a wonderful January, and I'll see you in February. Peace out. Where's the cursor?